మనము గత కొద్ది రోజులుగా చక్కటి ట్రైనర్స్ అలాగే మోటివేషనల్ స్పీకర్స్ తో ఇంపాక్ట్ ఫౌండేషన్ అరేంజ్ చేసిన ఒక అద్భుతమైన ప్రోగ్రామ్ ని మనందరం భాగస్వామ్యం చేస్తున్నాం. ఈ రోజు అదే ప్రోగ్రామ్ లో భాగంగా మన యంగ్ అండ్ డైనమిక్ యాక్టివ్ స్పీకర్ మిస్టర్ కృష్ణ చైతన్య గారు ఈ రోజు సెషన్ తీసుకోబోతున్నారు. కృష్ణ చైతన్య గారు సిఎండ్ కంపెనీలో అసిస్టెంట్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ మేనేజర్ గా చేస్తూనే లైఫ్ స్కిల్ ట్రైనింగ్ కూడా చేశారు. ఇంపాక్ట్ ఫౌండేషన్ తరఫున అలాగే నాగార్జున యూనివర్సిటీలో లైఫ్ స్కిల్ ట్రైనింగ్ చేస్తూ మోటివేషనల్ స్పీకర్ గా, లైఫ్ కోచ్ గా, లైఫ్ స్కిల్ ట్రైనర్ గా ఎన్నో సెషన్స్ ఆయన నిర్వర్తిస్తున్నారు. లెట్స్ వెల్కమ్ కృష్ణ చైతన్య గారు. ఆల్ ది బెస్ట్ అండి.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thanks for the welcome. So today my topic is learn English in 5 steps. So everyone thinks as soon as I say this, yeah, I know English. And people think, why only 5 steps? Or is it really possible to make it in 5 steps? Yes. It is really possible to make it in 5 steps. First, let us all understand what is the problem with English. Okay, in all the corporate companies or in the fast growing world, the major problem with everyone is lack of speaking English properly. Okay, so let us understand in this video how to make it in a better way or how to make it faster to learn English. Okay, so I'll give you tips. So what are the tips? So when you speak about English, everyone thinks in their mind, okay, even though when they expose to others, they may expose that they know English and they can talk English and they can manage English. But internally, there will be one feeling always holds you back, stating, I'm not so confident on speaking English, or I'm not so clear, or I'm somewhat, in the back end when you compared with the forward world. So when you see English word, ENGLISH, so let's start from the back end itself so that we will eradicate our feelings from back and we'll come forward from letter to letter, and then into the flow. So when you see English, the first letter from the back is H. So what is H says? H says hesitation. What is hesitation? A lot of people think, if I talk English, okay, maybe I may be speaking grammatically wrong, or I don't know how to speak. I don't know if I speak something, whether it is the right or wrong. And I may become a fool in front of a lot of people if I'm speaking something wrong. So with this hesitation, a lot of people stop talking English or feel something bad and restrict. They create an imaginary world inside their brains or inside their imaginary world and think, no, I'll not talk English and I don't want to make myself fool in front of people. So the reason behind it is hesitation. So why we get the hesitation, let's understand first. Why we get hesitation is we are not so comfortable in the language, or we are not so confident in the speaking language. Why we are not so confident? Okay, I'll say an example. In our home, we clean our home or we sweep our home daily twice minimum. So you do one thing, you take some book or something, some article, and keep in some place in your home and just leave it for a couple of days or leave it for a week. After a week, go to that place and see that article. Then a lot of dust will be overlapped on that article, even in your home. Why it is so? Because you are not using it frequently. So that means your hesitation will go off only when you use the English language frequently. That means when you want to get a flow of English, you have to start using English. So how to use English? Okay, so that will be going to our next step, which is after H you will be having a alphabet, which is S. S is short and simple. When we are not so confident on the language, what we will do is, what we're supposed to do is, Start using language with short and simple words. Okay, use small words, small sentences, or small phrases. So when you start using small sentences, words, and phrases, what happens? What happens is you will not load yourself with much more words. So it's called short and simple. So you will not load your brain, or you will not load your mind that, oh, I can do it. So short and simple. So even though you are not so confident in the language, every person can speak some short words, short sentences and phrases. Even though short, okay, the reason behind short and simple, why I'm saying is, when you start using short and simple words, you no need to worry about correct punctuation, correct language, or something else. You just need very small words just to phrase it and just to run it. If you see in our normal language, so most of the people, if you speak any native language speakers like Telugu, Hindi, English, Kannada, Tamil, any language, even in our native language nowadays, where we are mixing at least 20% of English in our native language. So what you are supposed to do is, when you want to learn English, start increasing that ratio in a higher way. So if you're talking English 20% in your whole native language, start increasing that. Make it 30%, make it 40%. So in a gradual way, when you can make at least 50% of English small words and phrases, and 50% of your native language, so some level of confidence you are building up yourself, some level of boosting up, you are building up yourself. Not only that, what you're doing here is you're also practicing English knowingly or unknowingly. So second tip is yes, which is short and simple. And third, which is I, it is the most important one. I is, you have to believe I can do, and your intention should be that I can do. That means, so you're, first of all, in the first step, you have lost your hesitation. In the second step, you started using short and simple words in your phrases or in your normal language. And third thing, when you start using these small and short words or short sentences in your normal language, your self-confidence, that means I can do, or your intention will be getting stronger, and your self-confidence automatically boosts up. So what happens when your self-confidence boosts up? Yes, what happens when your self-confidence boosts up is you feel a sense of achievement that yes, I did. You feel so confident. You feel so happy that yes, if I can start using small words and do it, that means I can do it. Means I can do means I can start speaking English. If you see the whole flow of my last 15 minutes of class, I didn't use a bigger sentences. I didn't use any, grammatical stuff or a big sentences with big vocabulary. I'm just using very small and simple words with simple present tenses and simple tenses. Why we are supposed to use this? Because we can get a confidence, we can get a feeling that I can do. Okay, so that's coming to our third letter. And yes, when you complete the third letter, the next letter which comes is L. I love this alphabet letter. Why? So L stands for learning. Okay, so in the first step you got you lost hesitation, and in second step you started using short and simple words and sentences and words, and in third step you felt I can do. Now when you have the confidence, that I can do, now you have to start learning the things, right? So before, everyone says when you start about English, everyone first thing they say is learn English, learn English, learn English. No, before you learn English, you have to believe that you can learn English. So that is the reason your L was in middle of your English word itself. So how to learn and what to learn? L stands for learning. So there are three ways of learning English. So let us learn how to learn English in three ways. First way is, first of all, you have to listen. Listening English will improve your English very high chances. What do you mean by listening English? Okay. So whenever you got an opportunity, when someone speaks in English, not necessarily your subject, not necessarily your scope of work, not necessarily anything related to your field of interest. But if someone is talking in English, just keep on listening it. Just keep your 100% interest, attention, focus on that language, and you start listening it. What happens when you listen it? Knowingly, unknowingly, your mind captures a lot of vocabulary and packs in your brain and uses it whenever it is needed. So if you are so passionate on English, start learning English first of all by hearing. By hearing, how? Listen to any English songs, listen to English channels, listen to English movies, listen to a lot of people who are speaking English, who are delivering their speeches in English. So start listening English first. Then. Second way of learning in English is start reading it. Okay. So how do you want to read? There are a lot of books. Okay, I'm not speaking on any English books. There are a lot of books available in the market of your choice. It can be spiritual, it can be conceptual, it can be horror, it can be thriller, it can be any scope of or any genre. Doesn't matter. If you want to learn English, take a book, go to a shop and ask that person to give me any book, any a book in English of your choice. So if you suppose you are a disciple of a Swami Vivekananda, go at a shop and take a book from Swami Vivekananda or anything, Abdul Kalam, anything of your choice. Suppose you are so devotionate, go to a shop, get a Mahabharata or Ramayana or any other book which is in English. So why I'm saying of your choice is, when you're seeing or when you're reading a book of your choice, you have an interest in that particular subject. So when you're reading, if at all you didn't understand anything, you will refer that particular word or sentence from a Google or from a dictionary or from any person who knows English. So in this way, when you're reading, your vocal cord sets itself automatically to that frequency and modulation of English. So learning is very, very, very important. And in learning, reading also very important. And third one is visual. What is visual? So this is my favorite way of learning. This is my style of learning because everyone is having different styles of learning. So my favorite style of learning is by visual. So what is visual? What I do is, suppose I want to learn English. First thing I'll do is, I'm from a native from Telugu. So what I do is, I'll watch a Telugu movie with English subtitles. I'll watch a Telugu movie with English subtitles. So what happens? So whatever things happening on the screen, I'll understand whatever they're spoken. So when I read it over the subtitles, oh, then I'll connect it. Oh, okay. If this is, oh, that means in English, it is like this. What happens here is, when your native language, you connect more. Suppose if I start saying you start watching English movies, you may be disconnected. So first thing, start seeing or watching movies or any episodes or anything. Okay, it's my way of learning, so I'm just suggesting that. So you can see a lot of Telugu movies, channels, Telugu episodes with subtitles. So when you have a subtitles on your scroller bar or in a screen, then you can hear to that and you can read what is happening down. So now you understood why I said to, first thing is what? listening, and then reading, and then to hear means. So this is the third step, because by the time you reach here, you're already familiar with a lot of words, and by the time you're reading, you're already practiced reading also. So third is visualization. So the combination of first and second will be third, and it is more effective. It is more effective only when you practice first and second. Okay. So once you start using your native movies or episodes Telugu, means from my point of view is Telugu to English, so you feel more confident, or you feel understand what is happening with the movie with the subtitles. So after watching a couple of videos, then give a trial with direct English movie with English subtitles. Why English movie with English subtitles? What is the difference? The accent will be different. In Telugu, in my language, in Telugu, the accent is different. In English, the accent is different. So after you have watched a couple of videos, when you move to English videos, okay, and when you start using English videos with subtitles, you'll understand how a word is frequented, or how a voice modulation, how the frequency of a words should be phrased, where to hold your breath, where to talk, where to prolong or where to compress, where to use the words, where to keep the word silent. So these all things you'll understand with the direct English speakers. So this is the first with your local language with the English subtitles, and second is with your English movies or English language with English subtitles, and the last is remove subtitles and you can be start using English directly. Okay, and next is G. Why G came at last in my whole subject? G stands for grammar. Okay, as I said earlier, I'm going in an alphabetical order of English in a reverse way. Okay, why grammar is at last? Yes, if you see any person, even myself, when I'm talking, you can find a lot of grammatical mistakes. But the intention of the English is, it's not all about grammar, it's all about what you talk or how you communicate to other person. So English is a language of communication, but it's not a hurdle. So grammar, yes, it is so important in English. But if you see, out of 100 English people, means English means people who talk in English, sorry, okay, if you take a people who from non-native speakers, like in India, we are not a speakers of English. So if you speak in India, if you take a random of 100 people who talk English, I can bet and say at least 90% people are not good at their grammar, but they are good at speaking. So for speaking in English, grammar is not mandatory, but it is needed. Okay. So when you complete these all phases, then you come to grammar. So I heard from a lot of people saying, sir, I can talk in English, but my grammar is bad. That's absolutely okay. But when you can talk, that's enough. Means when you can communicate your information to other persons, grammar should not be a challenge. Grammar is mandatory, again, I'm saying, but it's not so important to hold your English. So when you start using your English, first of all, complete these all phases. Okay, when you start completing these all phases, as I said, everything should be started as a step by step, step by step, step by step. So when you are clear in all these phases, then you focus on the grammar part. So because your hesitation gone, you're short and simple, you're using short and words too simple, and then uh, you have a feeling, your gutsy feeling that I can do that, and then uh, yeah. So you learn in English in 3 different ways, which is audio, video, and reading. Now come to grammar part. Okay, so then you will have a confidence and you will not run away from the English, I can bet and say. And it sounds like so easy when you're reading or when you're practicing grammar. Okay, so grammar will be in my last. So if you see, my 5 steps are done. Okay, as I said in the first, my 5 steps are these, and my 5 steps are done. But still you may have a question, sir, in English word there are 7 letters, and you say 5 steps and 5 letters, what happened to E and N? Yes, E and N means earn. EARN, earn. What do you mean by earn? If you can complete these all phases successfully, okay, in a sequential order, you will earn. What do you earn? Okay, you earn 3 things in your life. First and foremost thing, you earn name. What is name, sir? I already have a name. No. What happens is, if a person who is not so confident in English, who is not so good at English, or who is not so English speaking person, if you complete these all phases, you will start speaking English, and people start recognizing you. Wow, yes, this person knows English. Means in the crowd of people, when you can complete these all phases, people start pointing you out. Yes, this person, this particular person can speak English good. That means you are already a part of that, apart from that crowd. Means you're not a part of that crowd, and you're a part of that crowd. So you got a name. So what happens when you get a name? Yes, once you get a name, you automatically get fame. What is fame, sir? If anyone, if a person like me who has no knowledge on English now can talk to you in English, then people says, "Are yaar, this person earlier doesn't speak English. Now he's speaking English and he's delivering lectures." What are you saying? People start faming you. People start recognizing you. People start praising you. So you got a fame. So EN means you earn name, you earn fame. So what happens when you earn name and fame? When you earn name and fame in any field or anything, third thing automatically falls into picture. What is the third thing? Third thing is opportunity. What is opportunity? Opportunity means you can showcase your talent to the external persons, not to your internal circle. Means you're showcasing your talent to the next level of people. Suppose you know 100 people, when you get a name and fame, people start giving you opportunity to showcase what you have learned to the next set of people out of your 100 cycle. Okay, so when you get an opportunity, then you can use that opportunity either to make name, means to build your name stronger, or to make your fame more, or also you can make money. Okay, so earn means you earn name, you earn fame, and you may also earn money. So in English, it's a package which we are not seeing these all things from nowadays. I think you start using these all things and you will observe things. So I'll just quickly close my session with a repetition of what I have said. H stands for hesitation. Stop hesitating that people may laugh at you, people may see at you. Just go ahead. No one is perfect here. We'll make things perfect by practicing it. Next is S. S for use short and simple words, short and simple phrases, and it will not complicate your life. And then when you start using this, I comes is I can do. You will have a gutsy feeling that I can do this. And L. L for learning. So what you're learning? You're learning in 3 ways. One is by hearing, second is by reading, and third is by visualizing. So as I said, listen to any speakers or anything who is speaking English, your vocabulary goes up, and start reading the books of your choice. Your interest will goes up. And third, when you see a video of your native language with English subtitles, and then followed by English language with English subtitles, and then followed by English movie. That. And then you comes with the grammar, G for grammar. Yes, grammar is essential and mandatory, is needed to the English, but it's not mandatory in English. Okay, you can make English in a more pleasant way when you are not able to talk grammar also, but start learning in these phases. Start grammar in a small portion, your grammar also will goes up. So once a person learns in this sequential order, that person will earn with earn name, earn fame, and earn money. So thanks for the opportunity. Thanks for the Impact Foundation to give me this excellent opportunity to share my feelings and to share my knowledge to the whole audience. And I'm open to all questions who you have. Anyone having any questions? Yep. I just want to say one thing. So even now what I'm giving is an opportunity. If anyone got an opportunity, start using the opportunity, because a lot of people are not able to get an opportunity. You got an opportunity, start using it.
Anybody would like to ask any questions to Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya? And answer the questions in Tadagandi, we will answer. Wow, 4 or 5 questions. 4 or 5 questions.
Okay, how to use dictionary?
Ravinder will ask question.
Okay, sure.
Ravinder, yeah, please go ahead.
Yes, sir, please go ahead.
Sir,
No, he's not ready. మీ వీడియో ఆన్ ఉంటే చేస్తామని లేకుండా చేయము. ఉమాపతి గారు yesterday first speaker extraordinary order.
Thank you, sir. Krishna, it was an excellent speech, and so I have 2 questions. One thing,
Yep.
During this lockdown, we are missing our colleagues, so we are not able to speak at least English itself. So we are only talking in English during the meetings. This is
Yes,
as well.
we are not practicing enough.
Yeah, how to keep practicing this when we are alone? And one more thing. So, is this technique can be used for the American accent as well?
Yes, absolutely. It's a good question. So I'll come one by one. So the first question of yours is, I'm not practicing much, so I may lose that grip on that English. Yes. So if you feel that you're not practicing enough, and if you feel that the grip is going off, you're already a speaker. So yesterday you already delivered a session. So start delivering sessions in English. So that's the best way. Or if you're not so confident of delivering sessions English directly in front of many audience, start recording your videos. So start recording your videos daily. Just keep your mobile on some place and start recording your videos of yourself for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. And once you finish the recording, you yourself go through the video and you see the areas of improvements. Yes, I can make this area a bit better, or I can I can improve in this area, or I'm not good at this area, I have to improve. So this will not skip you from the English language. That's first thing. And second thing, as you said about accent, if you say if you listen in the L, which is learning, in the visualization, I said first Telugu and English subtitles, and English with English subtitles, and third is English directly. So it's all a sequence. Why accent came at last is we all are from India, and it's not our native language. And getting an accent is very difficult, but it can be done by practicing. But to get an accent, before getting an accent, you have to be confident at normal language. Means the language which you are speaking, you should be very confident that yes, I can talk in any language, in English language for half an hour also. Then start using your vocal cord for accent. So until unless you are not perfect, don't get to accent. What happens is your mind will have two tasks. You are not confident in English and you are not confident in accent. So your mind have to distribute your load on accent and English, and something will go for toss. So first be perfect in English and then go for accent. That will be better. Yes, sir. Hope this will answer your question.
Yeah, very good.
Yes.
Now, Turai Ravinder garu, మీరు వీడియో ఓపెన్ చేస్తే మీ ఆడియో ఓపెన్ చేస్తాము. ఓకే, అనిల్ రెడ్డి. ఎస్, అనిల్ రెడ్డి గారు.
Yeah. Good morning, sir. My name is online public speaking. My question, sir.
Yes, sir.
I have one doubt about fluency. Speaking pause is important, or speaking particularly is important, sir?
Oh, that's a great question. Okay. So speaking fast or speaking particularly or in a flow is important. Which is important, you mean to say? Okay. Have you seen any speeches from Modi or any speeches from the great personalities like Warren Buffett and these all legendaries, or like a native speakers like Trump? So if you see their language, we will speak faster than them. We will speak continuous than them. Means native English speakers will give lot many pauses or lot many stops in their English. But when you come to people who learn like us, we will not give any pauses or that. So that's because we are trying to learn in this way. So there is no hard and fast learn this way or in this way. If you are so confident, you can learn English in a fluently, or if you are not so confident, take enough pauses and go with the flow. And this will always change with your native language. If you are in your native language, if you are a continuous speaker, when you're talking English, your English also will be continuous. But if in your native language you will take a pauses or you will take a normal flow, that will be automatically impacted in your English also. So when you want to change your flow, you have to change your native language. Because in your brain, what happens is when you talk in English, your brain translates from your native language to English and then sends to your mouth. So it will always set the same frequency of your native language.
Okay, Krishna, extraordinary sharing, because the learning English in a simple way. Your accent, your ideas are very, very good for our people, because almost all excellent in Telugu. Only one thing, if they learn English, their life will be better, otherwise bitter. I love my language, mother tongue, but we need to know other tongue also, other language also. So very simple. Thank you very much, Krishna.
Thank you, sir.
Right, so all of you, please ask questions in advance only, because we have a next session at 11 o'clock.
Yes.
Get ready for that session. Extraordinary session will be there next. All of you come to the session. Thank you very much. Keep going on.
Thank you.
And in between, some surprise will be there with you. Some cinema heroes, cinema actors will also come in between. Thank you.
That's great, sir.
Good luck. All the best.
Thank you very much, sir.
Jai Hind.
Thanks for the time.
Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir.